Well, hello to you, my YouTube tribe. Welcome to my channel, Auntie Essie's Jack Cafe. This is Auntie Essie bringing you another Spirit-filled Sunday. And how are you stirring in the Spirit this day? How is the Spirit stirring in you? In what way are you moving in the Spirit? And in what way is the Spirit moving in you? In what way or how is Spirit calling to you, and how are you calling to Spirit? For this Spirit-filled Sunday, I would like to share a card with you from Lynn Gordon. I've already chosen the card because I would like to honor Black History Month, and the card I chose is Know Their Neighbors. And I think it's important because of the climate that we're living in. We have so much acrimony in our world today. So I thought we need to focus on getting to know our neighbors. The more we know each other, the less likely we're to be afraid of each other. So know their neighbor. Isn't it strange how you can live in your house for a long time and never meet your neighbors? The need to borrow a cup of sugar has gone out of fashion. So next time you see someone who lives nearby, make a point of saying hi and introducing yourself. Do them a favor. Pick up their mail while they're away. Feed the dog. Offer to mail their letters. Lend them tools, you name it. Your whole feeling of home will expand as you live in a friendlier neighborhood. Not only does this help create community, but it makes it easier to ask them for help, and you never know what circumstances might cause you to need each other again. I'll read that again. Isn't it strange how you can live in your house for a long time and never meet your neighbors? The need to borrow a cup of sugar has gone out of fashion. So next time you see someone who lives nearby, make a point of saying hi and introducing yourself. Do them a favor. Pick up their mail while they're away. Feed the dog. Offer to mail their letters. Lend them tools. You name it. Your whole feeling of home will expand as you live in a friendlier neighborhood. Not only does this help create community, but it makes it easier to ask them for help. And you never know what circumstances might cause you to need each other again. The reason why I think it's so important is because we have become such a society where we are afraid of the other. We're afraid of our neighbors because we don't take time to get to know one another. I remember when I was growing up, I knew my neighbors. We knew our neighbors. You know, you can go to the neighbor's house in case you need something and your parent wasn't home, and that was essential. That was important because, you know, we didn't have such a thing as daycares or in the terms of, or I should say, summer camps for teenage kids to go to. We stayed home, we hung out, unless you were old enough to have a summer job, especially in the summers. So you just hung out and hang out with your the kids in your neighborhood, so you know their parents. And we have truly lost this, especially in our Western world. We have lost the connections with neighbors, so we've become afraid of neighbors. Oh, that one dresses this way, so maybe they're not a very good person to get to know. And we've become so insular that we basically, as my grandmother would say, we're afraid of our own shadows. So that's why I think it's essential, especially talking about Black History Week month, to take the time to know or learn about other people or people who are different than ourselves, and to acknowledge the contribution of Black people throughout history, throughout all of history, not just you know, from time of slavery. Black people didn't start at the time of slavery. Black people had been here since the dawn of life. So that's why I thought it's important that we start looking at ways to engage one another. So anyway, I will finish this. I will read this one more time, and then I'll conclude with Archbishop Desmond Tutu's prayer. Okay, isn't it strange how you can live in your house for a long time and never meet your neighbors? The need to borrow a cup of sugar has gone out of fashion. So next time you see someone who lives nearby, make a point of saying hi and introducing yourself. Do them a favor. Pick up their mail while they're away. Feed the dog. Offer to mail their letters. Lend them tools. You name it. Your whole feeling of home will expand as you live in a friendlier neighborhood. Not only does this help create community, but it makes it easier to ask them for help, and you never know what circumstances might cause you to need each other again. So, tribe, that is our guidance for this week. So in what ways do you actually reach out to your neighbors? Are you connected to your neighbors? Do you know who your next door neighbor is? Do you know who your neighbor down the block is? Do you know your neighbors? Do you socialize with them? Do you do anything with them? Do you interact with your neighbors? I'd love to hear from you. In what ways do you interact with your neighbors? Do you interact with neighbors that just exactly like you? Or do you interact with people or neighbors who are different than you? And is your neighborhood, is it, just the same people? Is it, or do you have different cultures? Is it just people who look like you, sound like you, or have the same beliefs as you? In what ways do you try to maybe reach out or get connected to and get to meet neighbors who might be a little different than you? Please remember to comment down below. Let's have a discussion on this and see, I want to know, do you think it's important to make that effort to get to know neighbors who might be different than you? So that is the guidance for this week. And so I will conclude with this prayer from Archbishop Desmond Tutu of South Africa. It says, disturb us, O Lord, when we are too well pleased with ourselves, when our dreams have come true because we dreamed too little, because we sailed too close to shore. Disturb us, O Lord, when with the abundance of things we possess, we have lost our thirst for the water of life, when having fallen in love with time, we have ceased to dream of eternity, and in our efforts to build a new earth, we have allowed our vision of heaven to grow dim. Stir us, O Lord, to dare more boldly, to venture into wider seas, where storms show their mastery, where losing sight of land, we shall find the stars. In the name of Him who pushed back the horizons of our hopes and invited the brave to follow. Amen. I'll read that prayer one more time. Disturb us, O Lord, when we are too well pleased with ourselves, when our dreams have come true because we dreamed too little, because we sailed too close to shore. Disturb us, O Lord, when with the abundance of things we possess, we have lost our thirst for the water of life, when having fallen in love with time, we have ceased to dream of eternity, and in our efforts to build a new earth, we have allowed our vision of heaven to grow dim. Stir us, O Lord, to dare more boldly, to venture into wider seas where storms show their mastery, where losing sight of land, we shall find the stars in the name of him who pushed back the horizons of our hopes and invited the brave to follow. Amen. Well, that is our Spirit-filled Sunday this week. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to subscribe, share, and comment on this video. Once again, thank you. Stay blessed. Goodbye for now.